On mi gente, welcome to another video in Phoenix Legacy. Today we're gonna have another interesting video. Today we're gonna talk about, of course, nothing is nothing is nothing new. If you are subscribing on this channel, you know the bullshit. Afro Americans, talking shit about DR, same old, same old. And yeah, so today I'm gonna be reacting to a video of this group of people talking about DR issues. Because for some reason, these people have an obsession with Dominicans, Latinos overall, but especially Dominicans. Um, they're talking about, DR and Haiti, the beef that Dominicans have with Haiti, because we're the bad one, guys. You need to understand that we always the bad person in the room. We always gonna be the bad guys. This is what I tell Dominicans. Like, these people, they don't like us. So stop trying so hard. Stop trying so hard to be liked by these people, because deep down they hate us. They don't like us, right? So this video was sent to me by a subscriber, and I'm gonna be honest. It was really tough for me to watch a video, because I felt like a lot of time like punching so many people in that room. Oh man, it was bad. It took me like at least 3 days for me to finish this video. So if you see if you see, like, in the comments and in this comment section in the videos, you see people just talking so much shit like, oh, we need enough for Dominican to be, not a Dominican, enough for Dominican to be in that room so we can like, fuck that shit. You need a real Dominicans. You're not gonna have all these Dominican sellouts who just are trying to be nice. You need someone like me in the fucking room. I'm pretty sure I check everybody in that fucking place. All right, so let's react to the video. I would say, we the bad ones, and we're gonna go from there. It's gonna be a little, it's gonna be a long video, because there's a lot to say. All right, so let's start watching the video. All right.
Everybody kind of knows what's going on in the Dominican Republic as far as Black Haitians being. The Dominican Republic has a history of Black Haitians coming to DR to work.
Illegally. Illegally. Millions of thousands. No to work, just don't fucking, you said to work, you say illegally. Invasion. Alright? It's an invasion. It's all about that. It's all about, I'm gonna go into details, but stop saying, oh, to work illegally. Alright?
And they've also, DR also has a history of being discriminatory against Black Haitians. So now they have this thing in process where if you don't have an ID card, if you can't...
yes, we want them gone. Simple.
That you were born here, then they're gonna send you back to Haiti.
Yes, if you come to the yard with no papers and think that we as Dominicans should let you in like that, and no the country that shit is allowed. They're always talking about Dominicans, but Haitians are being deported from everywhere: Brazil, Mexico, the U.S., from everywhere, because it's the same fucking issue. They feel entitled. They really feel that people should just let them in just because. Nah, man, it's not gonna happen. I wish fucking DR, go harder on that shit. Go harder than that. And that's little by little, we're gonna do it. We're growing. It's all about getting the right people. But I wish they do it more. Not just how they're doing it now. Like, I wish they do it like harder. They go harder on that.
I got two pieces.
I think you can start off by talking about.
Here we go, guys. Another one of these males is gonna tell us what to do. Here we go, guys. Fucking people, man.
Who should not be named, his manifesto, and talking about how he feels about Latin people and how they've accommodated white culture.
Again, guys, this is the problem these people have with DR. This Afrocentric. This is the problem, because DR, it's a mix. It's a mix of everybody. Most Dominicans, I've seen it before. They're mixed. So the problem that these Afros have with DR is that DR has, a lot of like Spaniard culture, like a lot of influence of the Spaniard like culture in the DR. That's the problem that they have. That's the problem. That's why they hate Dominicans so much, because of that. That's all, guys. That's the problem they have with Dominicans.
Go ahead and talk about the demon.
Oh, yes. The demon. I don't clap him. I just say who shall not be named. He talked about Latin people, like as a whole, kind of, and talked about.
You see, there we go. I told you guys, Latin people overall.
How they kind of just accept white culture and
You see?
white culture
gave them props. I think.
Yeah, it gave them props, and it's true. You know, Dominican Republic is very much discriminating, even against Dominican people, like Afro-Dominican people. It's like.
All right, guys. So you see how they already trying to divide us. That's the reason why I don't want this Afrocentric this Afro mindset in the Dominican Republic, because it's just there to divide. You see how divided this country is? It's just there to divide. Black, white, native. That's the whole point. That's the agenda. That's the reason why I don't want the fucking mindset. Because Dominicans, we're Dominicans. The problem with this is, who's to blame for this bullshit, for letting these clowns in our circle, these sellout Dominicans. I'm gonna start calling them out one by one in this channel. They're the one that letting these people in our cultures, in our zone, to talk shit about us. These Dominicans like Adiel, pero like, Amara La Negra, she was one of the first one who started with this bullshit. So now these people think that they can just talk about us and no shit will happen. We need to, and I'm gonna start calling these people out one by one. All right, just give me a chance. But I will start calling these people, these fucking Taco Bell Dominicans, these fucking sellout Dominicans, one by one in the channel.
No, but I feel like we need to first deal with that hurt, deal with that pain. And I feel like Dominican Republic is like still not willing to even accept.
None of your fucking business, you fucking clown.
Issues.
Color issues.
Oh my God, it's America though. I mean, we still. I mean, you watch Bill O'Reilly, and they can't. It's like can't compute. It's like can't compute. I can't understand why black people are upset about being killed and being prosecuted and being, they can't. They're in our shoes, like Rachel. Yeah.
It's funny how they only mention black people getting killed when it's a white guy involved, but all the killing in Chicago, all that doesn't really matter. It's only when a white man is involved that matters.
Dominican Republic, as young black people, we all like to travel. We all like to go to Costa Rica and PR. And my form of protest is not going to Dominican Republic.
Have you noticed something? How she started talking about Haitians in DR, and she said, "Oh, I always go to Costa Rica, PR," but she's not mentioning Haiti. Have you guys noticed that? You need to understand that these Afro-Americans, they don't fucking care about Haiti at all. All right, have you noticed they only mention Haiti when they're talking about Dominicans? Have you noticed how she said I like to travel to Costa Rica, PR, where mixed looking people are, but not Haiti. If you want to help Haiti, why don't you travel to Haiti? Like, we don't fucking want you in DR. We don't fucking care if you don't go. But they really think they're the shit. They really feel like they're special. They really think that we really care.
I've tried to express this to other people, and they're like, "Nah, I got a deal on Groupon." Do you think that's a good strategy to protest?
No. Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I said no because all black people are not going to, like you just expressed.
Whether or not all black people are not going to do that. Do you think it's a solution is a useful one? Whether or not the...
Wow, these people look dumb as hell. It's funny because most people that go to DR, a lot of people that go to DR, like when it comes to African Americans, there is males, like men that go to DR, trying to get like pussy, like prostitutes and all that shit, and so what. That's the reason why, this guy jumped in right away, because they know, they like the mixed looking people down there, so they always seem to do getting prostitutes and shit.
So will actually end up in everybody not traveling.
Because they're going to be like, y'all stay over there, white people still coming, we still got tourists coming.
Well, yeah, you make a point, the issue. We don't fucking care if you don't go.
No, that's not it. Right.
This is the
But isn't it at least a good idea to entertain?
I personally don't think it's a good idea.
Why would you want to go to DR?
You see? The woman, they hate the DR because they feel like their men are going down there and sleeping with prostitutes, with mixed looking prostitutes. That's the reason why, they feel like some kind of way. But you see, he don't give a fuck. He's like, oh yeah, we should go, because he knows, you know what I mean? He probably been there already. He probably been down there.
From my personal experience, I went to DR, and it was, we were like,
Here we go.
A few black people on the resorts. And it was mostly, not to his point. But to his point, and I think that's how to boycott, an industry, it helps. But at the same time, it's mostly European people
And even the Dominican people there, they'll say, hey, my color, come. He's been saying, hey, my color. Like,
you can tell this guy full of shit. This guy is saying that Dominicans, when they saw him, they were like, oh, hey, my color, come here. Because, you know, they love saying, they look just like me. You know what I mean? They love saying that shit. But, you know, this guy full of shit. He just made that up there. So, Dominican, they saw him, oh, hey, my color. Like, who? These people, they're really something else, man.
look like me, come to my shop or whatever. Like they would point us out like black people, and we would see the Haitian workers on the trucks, you know, getting taken back. And even our tour guide on one of our excursions was a dark, I think he was Haitian, a Haitian guy who led us on our tour. But I do agree to a certain extent. Like, yeah, if we boycott, if everyone, it can't just be just the black people boycott. If everyone, if we push this agenda to this is an issue. As human beings, that's not right. Let all humans be a part of it, then I think it'll be more successful.
Let's boycott the DR because DR is doing what it's supposed to do. Right? Let's boycott the DR because the DR is doing what they're supposed to do. Like, if you're not supposed to be in a country, you're gonna get deported. Simple. But now let's boycott the DR because they're doing what they're supposed to do.
That's not all human
For all black people,
I'm gonna let Rakiati talk. Go ahead.
You just said, as an alternative, you said.
Have you noticed how the women in the room have like the higher voice, the higher pitch, and these males are like, nah, cause you know that they have like the, you know, lower tone. That's why they getting bossed around by this woman.
It would be more realistic if every human being boycotted going to the Dominican Republic. Is that correct?
No, I said that's a better approach. Not like that will realistically happen.
So yeah, that approach. So you're saying that's a better approach because it's going to magnify the impact of people, right? Definitely. But how do you get to everyone if you don't start with 5, right?
All right, Dominicans, you need to fucking understand. These people, they don't fucking like us. They hate us. You know why they're saying things like that? To boycott the DR? It's because they think that the economy in DR is all about, is only like tourism. They really think that that's what makes the economy in the DR, just that. And that's the reason why they want everybody to boycott the DR. Because they feel if people boycott the DR, that we gonna turn into a fucking shithole. That we're gonna die, kinda. You know what I mean? That's what they really think. That if they boycott the DR, we're not going to survive. And they really think that, right? And that's the reason why they're saying it. These people don't fucking like us. You see the way they're talking about boycotting the DR? These people don't like us. And the reason that they keep saying that is because they think that the economy in DR is, it's all about tourism. It's all about that. That's the reason why they're saying things like that. They don't want us to survive. They're always gonna go with Haiti. No matter how you try to be nice and all that, they're always gonna take the Haitian side. Always, because they hate the fact that we are mixed people and we embrace all cultures. All right, and we embrace the Spaniard side of the culture of us, and that's the hate that they have in DR because we don't have the mindset. And there's a lot of fucking Dominicans getting brainwashed by these clowns. But that's the reason why I made this fucking channel, because it's time to start talking about all this fuckery. All right.
Be such that we enter the gate and we say if everyone's not going to do it, no one's going to do it. Because we're never going to get to everyone if no one starts, right? So if you really agree with the approach, then you will say, what can these 6 people at the table do to start off that domino effect, correct?
So I think
you see?
We're saying for black. That's what she's saying basically.
Start with black people.
Start with black people.
Well, that sounds
Shisha.
But let's just all black
Let's not
people not
end there.
go. Let's hear the whole plan then.
Why not?
The whole plan. What? The whole plan.
First.
No,
Asian,
no,
one
no.
white, one black. If you said the first
we
5,
can't even get people to talk. Wait, hold on. We can't even
y'all black
hold on.
So
We
we
can't
go to
even
the
get people
Nigerian
talking about Charleston.
Right.
How can we? And let's start with us first.
I think that's what it's all about.
This fucking clown over here saying, let's start with us first and have a video talking about the Dominican. It's funny how they're not talking about all the crime within the U.S. committed by blacks, black on black crime. How they have the highest rate. It's funny how they're not talking about that. But let's talk about DR. How is that gonna help your community? How the DR, the situations in DR are gonna help your communities? Tell me. These people, they just fucking dumb. No wonder their communities are full of shit.
You have
You have to do the work. This is you start inside of your house.
Oh my gosh, guys! Another one's one of these made a mess. Fucking clowns.
Hope for outside change one day because you can't control what other people do.
I don't know what's going on, man. What's going on with all these men nowadays sounding like this? There was a guy who said in the comments, maybe the food. Man, what the fuck is going on?
You can control what you do. So I agree 100%. I am not going to the Dominican Republic ever. You are not going to catch me on no plane.
Oh, please. Thank you, man. Thank you, appreciate it. Shit, thank you.
Hello.
And anybody in my social circle, no matter what color you are, y'all gonna know say I am not going to the Dominican Republic. And I feel like.
But why? Because the DR are doing what they're supposed to do. Oh man, I really wish the DR were taking the hard stand. The fuck did I just say? A harder stand on that shit on fucking Haiti. I fucking wish. Trust me, I wish.
That type of conviction is a conviction that you need to have. Whether if you're going to a rally because somebody killed a black person, whether you're going to a rally because somebody killed a white person, whatever it looks like, be convicted. Have that type of approach when you're dealing with these types of situations. You can't wait on Billy Bob and Jose to do the same thing that you're doing when they're not being affected.
Exactly the way that we are. Right. And I want to see us take a position on political issues that understand and represent the connectedness of our problems, right? Like, I'm not in the Dominican Republic, but I can sympathize and empathize with Haitians because I'm a black woman and I understand. I have a certain amount of privilege and power here.
Alright, so what are you gonna do to help Haiti out economically? All this talking, all this and all that shit don't fucking make a change. That shit's not gonna help nobody. All this fucking talking, that's the reason why the community of these people is fucking going down the hill. Because they just fucking talking and talking and talking. They don't fucking put money back on their communities. I have to sympathize with Haiti. None of you in that fucking little table are going down to Haiti for vacation. You're only going to Costa Rica, to PR, you know what I mean? Like, you're not going down there to fucking Haiti to help the people down there. Because deep down, none of you fucking care about Haiti. The only time y'all mention Haitians and when you're talking about the DR and when you're talking about Dominicans, that's the only time that you speak about Haitians. Clowns.
In solidarity with black people struggling all around the world, right? And I feel like there needs to be a connection to that solidarity again. We have to be able to say, I'm of a particular means. I can travel anywhere in the world. If people are showing solidarity by not traveling to the Dominican Republic, then don't go. Show solidarity.
And that's what happened. That's what happened.
Go ahead, Shola.
I don't know, just because I feel like there's a lot of these situations around the world, whether it's the people who make your clothes,
Black people go
have
through
factories where they treat those workers bad. Like, if we boycotted all the things we need to boycott it, we walk around naked, we wouldn't drive cars because the gasoline that we take, they're ripping it out of Africa. Like, there's so many issues. But to boycott, don't attack me because I feel like you just yelling at me.
You see how the women are kicking these people out? Like, you see how the woman on this table boss this fucking man, quote unquote, around? You see? Fucking baiters.
But nah, I mean that's just how. And also, I want us to just do more research because a lot of things that came out, even not to backtrack with other issues, is saying, Dylan Roof, his bail was only $1 million and he wasn't handcuffed. Like, sometimes we don't know the full issue. Like, I've read one side of that story of the Dominican and Haitian story, and I also got to see some of what the Dominican were saying.
Yeah, me too.
And so I'm trying to understand because everybody has their immigration policy.
There were a lot of white Dominican tears on my timeline on Twitter, but they were basically saying that they're not against black people because they're black too. Right. It's against the Haitian immigrants. But to put everything into context, Dominican Republic has a very bloody history of killing Haitians.
You see?
And of disliking Haitians.
You see, the point of this ugly bitch right here is to attack the Dominicans and to make us look bad. And that's what I tell people. I'm gonna keep repeating myself. These people hate us. These people don't like us. Dominicans, wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. Because while you there trying to kiss ass and trying to be, we the same. Look what these people fucking saying about you. They're talking about boycotting your country. Not just them, everybody. because they want to hurt your economy and they don't want you to survive. Because at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck about you. They only care about Haiti. Alright? And it fucking pissed me off. But anyway, I have a lot of content. I know. I'm gonna call them out one by one. Because it's time for Dominicans to start fucking playing around with these people. Like, we had enough already. It's time to fight back. And I said, I don't want everybody. I just want the right people. Alright? And I'm just not gonna be here making YouTube videos. You know, behind the scenes, we're gonna do a whole lot. Because if these people don't like us already, if they hate us already, we're gonna give them a lot of fucking reasons to keep hating us. Because if we don't do nothing about it, if we don't fight back against these people, what the fuck are we doing? But you know, their time will come.
And not only that, it's like we have to think about what that means.
It's funny how they don't talk about all the killings all the Haitians killing Dominicans in the DR. It's funny how they don't talk about that.
You know what I mean? Has that gone away? That wasn't that long ago they were killing Haitians. You know what I mean? So it's like we need to put all this.
And my question is, if DR is so bad against Haitians, why Haitians keep going to DR? Why they keep fucking by thousands going to DR if we're so bad against them? Oh, maybe because the Haitian government do the worst, maybe that, but they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about the corruption in Haiti. They don't want to talk about that. They don't fucking care about how the Haitian government don't give a fuck about Haitians if they fucking die. They don't give a fuck about that. They don't want to talk about that. Because the point of these fucking people is to bash Dominicans and to talk shit about Dominicans. That's it. That's all they're doing. You see this one here? This ugly ass here? That's her goal. Just trash Dominicans.
They're still killing, exactly.
There's still racism in South Africa.
But my-
You visit though, right?
Both countries.
Oh yeah, he made a good point about that. Africans are deporting Africans. Like in Africa, like in the continent of Africa. But they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about I don't know the name of the countries in Africa, but they don't let all the Africans in like that. They don't fucking let them. But it's good that he brought a point.
I don't know.
Oh, you see right there. She didn't like that one there, because it's true. There's a lot of Africans who kill all the Africans in Africa, right? In Africa, because they don't want all the Africans, you know, immigrating to another African. I forgot the name of the countries, but you know, and they're killing them and they deporting all of them, you know, because in Africa. But they don't want to talk about that. And when he brought that up, she didn't like that. You notice that? Do you notice that?
That wasn't that long ago.
Because all this black on black unity, then it goes down the drain when you mention that.
Patience. You know what I mean? So it's like we need to put all this. They're still killing, exactly.
There's still racism in South Africa.
But
You visit though, right?
both countries. It's not.
You see?
I don't know.
See, and that's,
We need to.
I'm glad you brought that.
I need to do my research. I mean, I've had a.
But do you notice that? She needs to do her research. This chick's African. Pure African. But when the guy mentioned Africa, then I need to do my research. But what about DR? Are you doing your fucking research in DR? No, you don't, fucking bitch.
Plenty of times to go all around the country. South Africa's not the top of my list.
Well, you see? Here we go. Here we go. You see?
I brought that up because it's the same thing in Nigeria. There was a lot of immigrant workers from Ghana, and they all kicked them out.
But they weren't killing them. They weren't killing them.
How do you know? How do you know? How do you fucking know that shit? When you say that you haven't done your research, how do you know that? Stupid fuck. These people really acting that Dominicans are going down there just killing Haitians.
Well, right now, DR is kicking them out. They're killing them.
But they're
Oh,
also
we killing them. Now we killing them. Based on what? Show me where we're killing them. We deported, and I wish we do more. This is just the beginning. Just watch when we get the message across, when we grow. This is just the fucking beginning. We're gonna give you a reason to talk shit. If you think it's bad now, just nothing. Get ready for what's coming.
I don't know. I just think that we need to put into context of the history. Yeah, the history of it.
History of it,
Between
fucking
the two
clown.
people, in my understanding, is that Haitians also have history of killing and Dominicans as well. So both countries have histories of massacring and violent histories in their past. But I think, like, I want us to go back to the understanding that just because it doesn't affect us here at home, that we're removed from it, that we can be a part of the solution.
And also, can we put into context too the earthquake? And it's like, where is the empathy for these people who went through this massive?
And
you know, a lot of aid.
A
lot of aid didn't go to them.
Black country to be free.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. The black country to be free. Like, that's not gonna bring you nothing good. Like, that's the problem with these people that we're talking about nonsense. We have the first black country. How's that gonna help you? How's that helping you? And then they talk about earthquake and all that. The DR was the first country to help Haiti when this happened. Until this day. But something that I noticed, Haitians, they ungrateful. Every time they get a camera in front of them, all they do is just talk shit about the DR. And that's everywhere they go. If they go to Mexico, if they go to Brazil, they go to that, it's because they don't feel accepted. When they ask them, how do you feel in Mexico? How do you feel in Brazil? Oh, these people here are horrible to us. So what the fuck you there? Then fucking leave. So go back to fucking Haiti. Fuck.
Yep. And they won.
Significant part of Black history.
Exactly.
You see, they love talking about Haiti. You see how good they when they talk about Haiti, how good they get, how hyped they get. But every time they mention DR, it's something negative and something bad.
Resorts now, or is that something that's been there? Because I see people post on Instagram like
They go to Haiti.
Angela Simmons,
Yeah.
at a resort and all that stuff.
Did they just get resorts?
I think they're trying to change the face of Haiti into a more place where you can go.
Yes, Haiti has a lot of good place for you to go take your vacations, but you don't know you don't know about that because you don't fucking care about Haiti.
But is that actually helping the people on the ground that were affected by the earthquake?
I mean, I don't know.
You know, I feel like a lot of the times
Guys, you know how much money the Haiti got from donation from all over the fucking world when that shit happened, and the government of Haiti took them all, almost all of them. I mean, all of them because they did nothing. They took them all. But DR, you know, are the bad ones. The DR is the one. The Dominicans are the ones supposed to take care of Haitians, apparently.
It's like that's the solution. It's just having celebrities there, you know, and they'll fix the problem. I feel like the tension between Dominican Republic and Haiti is one that's been inherently on the fault. That's it's been on one-sided. Like the fault is on Dominican Republic
It is.
for the most part.
And
You see?
They shouldn't be cooking any Haitians.
You see the bullshit? It's always us. You see the bullshit? And you see how hyped every time they mention something negative about DR, this widow, how hyped she gets and how happy she gets, and she's ready to attack Dominicans. And you see how it's always our fault. It's never the Haitians. They never do nothing wrong. It's always Dominicans.
That's it's been on one-sided. Like the fault is on Dominican Republic
It is.
for the most part.
And if anything, they shouldn't be cooking any Haitians out because of what they did. It was a very bloody.
Wait, whoa. You see, you said that we shouldn't. Who the fuck are you to tell us what to do? Man, this shit is fucking annoying. These people, who the fuck you think you are to tell us what to do? We do in DR what we Dominicans think is better for fucking DR. Fuck you. These people really think that they can tell us what to do. We should. I mean, shut the fuck up. Why you in the United States then? Why you not whatever you? Because I'm pretty sure she's probably some fucking place in Africa, based on her looks.
Yeah, it was
Just
crazy.
because of the earthquake, Haiti is going through a lot of
Yeah, because of the corruption in the Haitian government. Stop fucking trying to victimize them.
issues, a lot of psycho political issues.
What about in DR? We not going through fucking a lot of issues in DR too? You fucking retard.
Affecting Haiti, and they need help from as much countries, as many countries as possible.
Especially
They need to work on themselves. They need to. That's the problem with Haitians in Haiti. They're always expecting other countries to help them out. They're always expecting for other people to help them out. When are you going to take some responsibilities on yourself and build yourself? Stop expecting other countries to be there to help you out. They don't fucking have to. Haitians, they really feel that people need to help them out. No, we don't. Nobody needs to help you out. If they want, yes, but it's not because they have to.
Actually, Dominican Republic, who shares their island with them.
Yeah.
And the fact that they don't is like.
So you see the bullshit. So at the same time, there's people saying that DR have to help Haitians, right? Like we are a rich fucking nation, right? But at the same time, they're saying that people all over the planet need to boycott the DR. You see the bullshit? So they don't want us to make money, but then they want us to help Haiti. Fucking people are stupid.
That's a problem.
I mean, they all look fucking stupid.
The fact that they're choosing a time like this to kick.
Damn, look at this fucking guy, Vince. What the fuck
And
is...
Dominican citizens out is a problem. That's a problem. And we need to explain it.
That's exactly what my problem is. It's like there are people.
Oh, here we go.
Who are of Haitian descent, who were born, who don't have any papers.
Guys, there is this going on in DR, which is similar to here. You have all these Haitian women, right? Because that's one thing. They can have a lot of kids. Holy shit. So these Haitian women, they go to DR, right, pregnant. They have the kids in the DR. They go there legally. They have kids in DR with no papers, no nothing. And then the DR is supposed to, just accept everybody. Right? We just supposed to do it. So a lot of them, they go to DR and they give birth in the DR because the DR has a free healthcare system. But they go to DR to give birth. There's situations, guys, for you guys who are not Dominicans, but there's situations that sometimes there is not in the hospitals. There is not spots for Dominican women when they're giving birth because they're full of Haitians. Because something those Haitians can do if have kids. It's fucking crazy. And that's another problem too. I'm gonna have another video after this, like a follow up. I'm gonna go more into details of all this bullshit. But let me just keep reacting to this one.
Is that
They don't know
they've
Haiti.
never been to Haiti.
They don't know Haiti.
They don't speak Creole.
That's not our problem.
They speak Spanish, and they've been there for their entire life.
That's not our problem.
Where it's like, I'm gonna go to this place, and I'm not gonna know.
Look at
anybody,
this guy.
family there, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's where it gets very Donald Trumpy for me.
Oh,
You just
Donald
wanna-
Trumpy.
It's like,
Here we go.
it is happening here too, and that's another reason why I can sympathize is because people who are not affected have this thing where it's like the roach rat type of situation. It's like, well, who cares about those people? They're insignificant because I cannot run.
Have you noticed how these people always talking about the white man and the white system? But they love living here. Why are you here? They always they love talking about the white man this, the white man that. So why are you here? Why are you not in Africa? But they always love talking shit about the white system, but love living on the white system. So fake. These people are so fake, man.
Relate to them, right? And I think that that's my biggest problem. When you're hanging Haitian people from trees because you see them as less than.
Oh, here we go. God, that was a bullshit story. They found out that was another Haitian who did that. You know how here in the DR, in America and the US, we have all these fake hate crime, like we seen them, of African Americans committing hate crimes, and then so that way they can blame the white people. Have you seen how they do it here? That's same thing with that case in the DR with a Haitian. But these guys they don't give a fuck about that. It's all about blaming the DR. So the same issue that we have here with these clowns doing fake hate crimes, we have it down there in the DR. Similar.
And then you're like, and now chop them down and take them out, take them somewhere and take everybody out. It's kind of
Yes, we should.
It just, for me, I feel like it's super insensitive. It's not timely. It's really.
Nobody cares what you think. The Dominican people have the right to do whatever the fuck they want in the DR. It's their country, not yours, you dummy.
Shitty, and I feel like people all around the world should do their part in saying that this is just not okay. You know what I'm
not a
saying?
place we wanna
It's just
visit,
not. And if that
yeah.
means that I'm not gonna go and visit your country,
Please don't.
If that means that I'm not
All of you, stay.
purchasing
Don't go.
anything that was made there, whatever it is, then that we need to all do
It
our
is what
part.
it is.
It's not.
This would have never happened if Wycliffe was president.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, I just read an article that was talking about the Dominican Republic.
Oh,
and
here we
they
go.
were saying that they can't afford to kick these people out. Like seriously, I mean, financially.
Yes, we can.
Working on these, and so they can't actually even really do it, even if they wanted to, because their economy.
The DR being the DR without Haitians, same thing. If we kicked all the Haitians out, it's gonna be better. Cause there's a point too, a lot of Dominicans, they have Haitians for cheap labor, and I blame that in Dominicans. But same thing as here. But if the Haitians all of them get out of there, you know what's gonna happen? What been happening before? Dominicans are gonna do the job. Really simple. They're just gonna have to pay more money for the Dominicans. because you know they're Dominicans and Haitians. How I said, they do it for cheaper. It's simple as that. But we'll survive.
And then secondly, I agree with the convictions and having a conviction in yourself to say, I'm not going to buy this thing or I'm not going to go to this place. I mean, I think it was dumb. We're having these laws against gay people and wanting to kill gay people, and that was like the punishment for it. And Obama and all these people, I mean, people stopped going there. People stopped, and basically, and so it is possible. And then
People just have to care.
Yeah, I mean, and then you have the UN, they're getting involved in it. They look at it as hate crimes, and it's just basically getting the camera to zoom in, and for people to actually care, like you said about the rats, and for people to care about the rats, and not even though they're not dogs.
And then
Having the camera, who's taking the camera to these places? Who's the like a lot of the times, especially with like the gay rights agenda in our classes in Africa, a lot of the times it's only white gay men that are leading the front, and it's not black gay men in America. Most black gay men that I talk to don't even know about.
But I think that goes back. Honestly, I think that really goes back to white privilege to some extent. I say because I think very much like the comfortability. If I have a kid, a lot of times black people are, some families are just trying to put food on the table for their family.
Yeah.
They can't so they're not my grandmother doesn't know all about what's happening in Uganda. She didn't know about what's happening in the Dominican Republic. The average black family is not necessarily as political, as we young people are. So I think it's our job as young people, very much like in the 60s, where it was a lot of college kids and a lot of, I think it's our job to
like, hey, look at this, watch this, this is going on. And this idea, Rakyat, that you said of black solidarity is something I really want to touch on, because I think it's very important. I'm Nigerian, but I definitely feel like if I go
Nigerian.
to Haiti, I won't speak the language, they'll think I'm Haitian,
Oh, she's Nigerian. All right. Okay, I knew she was from place in Africa. So, why are you here in this country, not in Nigeria? So you're here to bitch about the system that you know is better. You're here because you find out that in your country the system is not working, but then you come here to talk shit about the people who built the system that you beg for. Okay, that makes sense.
So I think the idea of us caring about what's going on with other black people is very important, because I would just say on my timeline alone, when Palestine and Israel were fighting, I saw it all over my timeline from everybody, black, white, and then, situations like this, situations that happen in Sudan, situations that happen in Israel with Africans in Israel, I don't see that on my timeline. So black people all over the world,
She made a good point there. Have you noticed that when other countries that have problems, like South Korea beefing with North Korea, these people don't go fucking care. They don't say, oh, they're all Asians. China fighting with China with the Japanese. But for some reason, when it comes to the DR, everybody wants like shit.
To care. We need to. I don't understand why I'm not saying don't worry about Palestine and Israel, but why is that your focus, and that how Africans are treating Israel is not your focus? Or how Africans are treated in Italy is not your focus. That doesn't make sense to me.
How do you get black people to care?
I think that goes back to loving yourself. If you are interested in seeing yourself continue, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But I think that goes back to the psychological effects of slavery and anti-blackness.
There we go.
A lot of people subconsciously don't want to see themselves continue.
I think
That's it.
Preach, girl, preach. Clowns.
Is the best teacher. When you go through something,
Alright, so I think they're done talking about DR. Alright, guys, so we need to understand something. These people, if you're Dominican, these people, they are our enemies. And we need to start acting. How I said, we might be small now, but with time we're gonna grow. The right people will come. And all these fucking sellout Dominicans, all these Dominicans who wanna be, this, who wanna be between, who wanna be in the middle. Fuck you. Fuck you. There is no in between. It's gonna be you either with us or you with them. It's that fucking simple. We know these people, they don't like us. We can tell by just watching this video. They hate us. They don't like us. So you're gonna decide, if you say you're so proud of your Dominicans, who you with. Because every time they say some bullshit, I'm gonna call you out. Alright? Not even God, fucking allow that shit. God said, you either with me or you with the devil. He don't want all these people, in the middle. He don't want these people who are warm. He don't want that shit. So if God don't fucking want you, why should we? So you either with them or you with us. Cause shit's gonna go, when shit hit the fans, guys, there is no middleman. If you in the middle, you're gonna be with them. Simple. There is no, we're gonna stop playing around with this shit. We're gonna stop playing around. The right people will come. Alright? And I fucking wish DR go harder when it comes to deporting Haitians. I wish they go harder. But there is a time that money gets involved. And if the politicians don't want to do it, the people will do it. The people will do their job. If the politicians want to do their job. But guess what? When people do their job, it's never pretty. But right now, let them talk all the talk. But when we get ready, we're gonna be ready. We're gonna give these people reason to talk. We're gonna give these people a lot of reason to talk about Dominicans. If they hate us already, we're gonna give them reason, to hate us more. Alright? So que viva la República Dominicana, que viva su gente, que viva la hispanidad, patria o muerte. See you in the next video.